Hello there, my name's Rampant and welcome back to No Man's Sky modded Permadeath yet again. So we are going to be continuing from where we left off. Now the only thing I did actually, outside of camera is that I picked up some extra metal plating, which, this is it. And the other thing that I did is actually gather up a little bit of carbon, not from this planet because this planet has no carbon. Another thing though that I noticed that the mod does, this is not from the synthesis update by the way, because the synthesis update did not include this and I would have noticed. So just because I have, for example, let's see, where is my ferrite dust? I have 4,979 here. Normally when you farm something, regardless of how many you have, it is going to go into your inventory over here. Do you see any ferrite dust? Because I do not. It actually goes in here, which is, wow, amazing. That's several things I wanted to point out. Now, the next order of business is again, as I said, we're actually going to be building live a Nanite cluster farm. I haven't really figured out a better one currently. So I can build how many supply depots? 39, so we're going to split them in half. Now do keep in mind I'm going to take these as well, so we're going to be splitting everything in half. The reason I needed carbon is for this piping. Now this piping all requires carbon. So I'm about to flatten this whole terrain. I guess I can leave those here. Is this the optimal spot? It might be. No, it's not. It's somewhere here, isn't it? Yeah, it's somewhere around here. I mean, this is fine. I can still flatten here. Come on, find me a spot. There it is. Alright, so this is where it's going to be, this is where the hot spot's going to be. Silver B-class, 58%, 59, yeah, 58, 57, 55, yeah, it goes all the way down to 50, 49 here. So this means I can actually get a little bit more out of my production, and we are going to do that. Speaking of which, I will be removing all these solar generators as well. So what we're going to do is, I don't necessarily need everything to be 100% visible. But it doesn't really matter how things look anyway. So let's get the terrain manipulator, let's go into flat mode. Now of course, what I could do is, no, I need to flatten this. Why is this over here? What is going on? Alright, let me get my mining beam. Maybe it's these things that are giving me issues. No, they're not. Weird. Let me try again. Alright, well, something's going on here, and I have no idea what it is. Now, the other thing I could have done is, okay, let me restore the terrain, I suppose. Let me restore it to what it was. So what I'm actually going to do is I can create terrain and then, manipulate it to flatten it to whatever I need it to be. So I am going to create terrain, surprisingly. Now, it would have been nice if there was a build mode for this as well. It would help out so much. Now, I am going to make the ugliest structure possible. And then we shall flatten from, here. And even here, of course. We're not really going to put more than 4 terrain manipulators, so I suppose this will be fine. Yeah, more than fine, in fact. Now, it's too bad I can't really do much about this. This is still going to remain, like, slightly ugly, but I really wanted it to be a little bit more natural. It should be fine. In terms of hotspots, we are still at 59, so this is as close to optimal as we're ever going to get at. So I'm going to be placing 1, 2. Yeah, they are going to be at this far apart. 3, 4. With, of course, the ability to add more if I choose to, but these, I think, should be enough. First, let's link them together via piping. So I suspect they're going to yield... actually, I don't. I shouldn't. But around 350 each, so the yield is going to be fine. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just flatten this whole terrain here. I do need to refill my terrain manipulator with, of course, silica powder. Let's flatten this whole terrain. Now, the reason for that is, of course, I do want to build the supply depots here. I actually should have started flattening from here. And just, yeah, keep flat. I don't need to move. I just need to move the mouse. And I can leave a little bit of a mound there. That's fine. And a little bit of a mound here. I think. Yeah, that should be fine. In terms of supply depots, we have 46. Now, I do need to build at least 4 extra mineral extractors. But I suppose around 20... We are going to have some supply depots there. So around 25 supply depots should be fine. So let's make a line of 5. Now, I will go into build mode here, actually. I'm going to need some metal plating for the power as well. Now, I'm not really going to do these perfectly, but they are going to be good enough together. Now, that's a line of 5. I'm going to keep it to 5. And what I've actually discovered recently is that it's best if I leave a little bit more room than what I know. Normally, I place them like this. And what this means is that when I'm running wires, A, it's harder, and B, if I make a mistake somewhere, it's harder to correct it without having to remove the supply depot. So thus, I'm going to be leaving a little bit more room now. Now, again, this is not perfect. It's not meant to be. If I wanted it perfect, I would spend a lot more time doing this. I'm just doing it as close to good as possible. As you can see, they're not even that straight, but that's more than fine. Okay, so... object too close. Okay, I'm going to have to move away a little bit. Okay, now it's better. Supply depots. 50. I said 25, right? Oh, that's a lot. Is that fine? Now, I need to be able to pass with the camera. Oh, this is a lot better. But yeah, this is fine as well. I'm gonna need 2, 3. Now, I don't normally leave room in between these because leaving this much room is more than enough. Or at least that's the way I've been doing it. So with 25 depots, it's not gonna be a lot. I mean, let's face it. Now, this is not meant to be the fastest way. Because the fastest way would be building, let's say, 100 supply depots with 10, 15 mineral extractors or whatever. We have 20. Oh, did I not? Yeah, I did not leave any room. So now I'm going to have to redo. Because this is what I normally do. I build them like really close to each other. And absolutely no room is left. Now this one is going to be at a little bit of an incline. What I could do is I can build out there instead of towards the base. And that is, I think, what we're going to do. I mean, these don't even need to be, like, here. They could be somewhere over there. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I've already started here. I'm not really going to bother currently. Maybe later down the line, if I do decide to expand the silver farm and the gold farm, I will build extra supply depots. But for now, this should be more than fine. And, in fact, I think we're done. Okay, yeah, I do want to restore a little bit of this. Oh, no. Okay, let's flatten it again. Alright, we're fine now. It's because I flattened it on 2 different levels, so now it's not perfectly flat. Okay, now let's build 5 more. Now this should be more than enough space. Yeah, looks like it is. And what I have actually recently decided on doing, which I haven't really been doing that much, but it is when running piping and wiring, it is to first start by linking these sides up. So everything's gonna link from this. Oh, wait, I need 5 more? Really? Oh, whatever. Did I miscount last time? Oh, right, I did remove a whole... Oh, right. So basically they're all gonna be linked on one side, and there is a reason for that. The reason is I can just look and see which ones are linked and which ones aren't, which groups are linked and which ones aren't. I should be a bit more precise because I count, for example, these 5s as a group. So these 5s are going to be linked together, And then they're going to be linked to this one. That one's going to be linked to that one, and so on. And this one, for example, this is going to be the central one, which is going to be linked to the mineral extractors from, of course, here. Now, the mineral extractors, and there. Consider them linked. Now, next step is, of course, linking the groups together. Now, this is the way I do it. Everybody has their own way. There's a reason I like them in fives. A, they're easier to count. B, it's you're less likely to lose track of them. As in, for example, I'm doing currently, piping. If this is 10 long, I could get to 7, just get distracted for a little bit and, do something else because, for example, maybe I need to farm carbon. I could totally forget where I was. Well, if it's 5, you're far less likely to have that issue. You could still run into it, but when it's 5, it's a lot easier to keep track of things. So that's why I try and keep them within 5s. That being said, if I do build like extra grouping here, they're going to be a little bit apart, just so I know, they're still 5s. They're still in pairs of 5s, or groups of 5s. They can't be in pairs of 5s. A pair is 2. So yeah. Now this way I know they're all linked. For example, even if I forgot if this group is linked with this group, and so on. Now, because I've linked them all on one side, I know to check. So this group is linked, they are all linked, and this is the central one. The central one is linked to the mineral extractors. So now, this being a central one, what that means is that if I do actually make more groups, they're probably going to be linked to that one. Not necessarily, but most likely. Or they will have a central one as well, which will be linked to this group. So yeah, that's that. Alright, okay, I'm removing all the... So we have 4 mineral extractor. This means 8. Yep, yeah, it does mean 8. It means 8 solar panels because each mineral extractor takes 50 energy and you're going to need batteries for backup. Now, I didn't actually do the math. I could have done the math. I probably should have done the math to see how many exactly... I can't build it on the roof, right? Yeah, I can, but no. To see how many batteries I actually need, but I think that 3 should be fine. You know what? I'll build 4 just in case. Now, in terms of power, I don't know where I want to build it, to be honest. Like last time it was just here. Do I want to... No, I don't. Oh, I don't want it over there. I guess... like over here on the side a little bit. It's going to be like at the edge. That'll be kind of cool. 2. I'll build it a little bit further apart. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're learning how to count. 6, 7, 8. 8. Yeah, we said 8. 8's more than fine. In fact, you could probably go with 7, but I'll go with 8 just in case. Okay, so in terms of batteries, now I do want to place them somewhere where they won't really be seen, or if they are, they don't really look out of place. I don't want them to be like just randomly somewhere. Could put them inside, but no, that was not the point of the building. Oh, you know what I could do? I could build them here. Now that's an issue though. If I build them here, I'm gonna have to run power all the way here. I guess. No, if I decide to add extra mineral extractors sooner or later, they're gonna get in the way. What I could do... We have 8. I'm going to be building 4 batteries, so... I'm going to place them in between. In between each 2, sorry. Like so. 3. 4. Now, same thing. These are all going to be linked on one side. Just so I can keep track of them. This way I know that they're all linked up. And I can just check and see that they're all linked up. Now we link up the batteries. I'm going to link them up like so. Next order of business is, of course, I do need to link up the batteries. They are actually linked up together because they're linked up to the same grid. So this now becomes one grid. So I just need to run from this battery over here. And yes, we are going to keep the power line. It's fine. It's not too big of a power line. And the whole point is for this to... that it doesn't really matter whether it's beautiful or not. Now, I do want to see the power line where it goes. And I'm going to connect them on the inside. So all of them are now working. We have enough power. and the batteries are filling up. Now, it'll take a little bit of time for the batteries to fill up, which is a total of 15 minutes, which is a little bit above what the daytime is. The yield is a little bit low, though. The overall storage is a little bit low as well. We're going to have to work on that slowly. 26,000. It takes 24 hours to fill up. So yes, I will have to add extra solar panels and extra mineral extractors because these will not be enough. I would probably double the mineral extractors. This meaning I will need to add an extra 8 solar batteries, solar panels, and an extra several batteries, which I can't do along this line because we have a base computer here just randomly. And that is it. So the next order of business is to just pick a storage compartment, which is going to link all of them together. Yeah, storage compartments. Where were they? There they are. So I'm going to pick 9 because that is the one that I actually picked on my normal Let's Play. You know, I do want to place it somewhere where it is a little bit more invisible. But I can rotate. Oh no, that's just that axis. Okay. I guess what I can do is, that's the thing though, if the further I place it down there, the more I'll need to walk to between the ship and, you know, but it does look sort of good here on the back. At the same time though, I can't place it on the roof, but that's really ugly to be honest. So look at it, look at it. It turns my building even uglier than it already is. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm gonna place it over here. Wait, let me get into build mode. You know, there is sort of a reason for that. This way, you know, you go to your ship, you just have to turn around. It doesn't take too much effort. I might color it. Probably won't, but I might. And it's easy to connect this way. I don't need to run too many power lines. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this is filled with, because, you know, I was just chucking things inside. It's filled with a bunch of things. I will have to, like, redo the storage containers. Yeah, but we'll color it. No! What did I do? And I actually aligned it sort of well. Huh. Yay. Okay, this is the way I want it to be. This is the way. There it is. Hey, you know what? I'll just do it this way. So that line doesn't, like, stay there. I wanted to color it, but no. The reason I wanted to color it is I wanted to see when I place the next one if it's going to be colored as well. Yellow? That's not platinum color, though. What is platinum color? Red? I do like the red. It's just... I'm going to stay with the yellow-blue. I think it looks nice. That's about it. So this is where we're going to be storing gold and silver. Of course, I'm going to rename it gold and silver, platinum only. But what I'm actually going to do is Nanite farm only. So this way I know that this specific inventory, which is number 9, is only going to be for Nanite clusters. For Nanite cluster farming, which means gold, silver, and platinum. And nothing else. So now we have to do this again, just with the gold base. Now, okay. All right, hover mode. I keep forgetting about that. Now the gold base. Gold base is going to be a little bit more difficult, I suppose. And this is where we'll have to build the central panel as well, where we're actually going to farm the nanite clusters. We're not really going to need more power for it. Now, what was this, a C-class? Now, that's an issue I might have. Oh, this is an S-class? Really? Well, this means I'm going to need less extractors. Where is the hotspot, though? Come on, show up. 29, 20. This really doesn't... This really means that I don't really need the extractors to be... This is where the hotspot is. That's nice. Yeah, this is 97%, 96. I guess I built the computer on top of the hotspots. It's 97. Yeah, it's around 97 here. Maybe it's a little bit further down. Here is... Oh, this drops drastically. Alright, well, let's remove all of them. Remove all the piping, remove everything. We're gonna have to rebuild them. So I built 25 in the last one. How am I gonna do it this way? This is very, very steep. This is not like the other one. I mean, I can still start from, like, leveling it out from, here? Just gotta grab a level and go with it. And of course, I'm gonna have to leave my base computer there. I can't remove it because I've already built the base here unless I... Oh, that's another one of those, which I can't remove, and I don't know why. Let me get to mine. I can remove it with mining, which is interesting. No, I cannot. No. Oh, yeah, I can. No. Okay, there is something going on here. Now, that's bad. Now, what this means is I'm not going to be able to make everything as clean as I wanted to. Because of these. I'm not entirely sure what that is. So what I'm going to do is, you know, first of all, thank God for the restore function. Now what I can do is I can grab a different angle. Something, you know, that is not so far down. And in theory, it should work. Now, you see, the restore function, great. You know, you make a mistake, you don't have to, like, go find a different spot. You can just start over. That's why I love it. The thing is, though, if I don't grab it from way over there, we're not really going to have much room to work around. And building here, creating terrain here is going to look extremely ugly. I can do it, but again, without a build mode... Oh, right, I can't change the shapes. I did forget about that. Without a proper build mode where I can just hover indefinitely and center my mouse, because this is hard. This is kind of hard to build with. Is not exactly easy. I mean, I can do it, but no. So what we're gonna do is, it's not gonna be as beautiful. I guess I'll place the mineral extractors. What did I say? I said around here, right? No, it's where the thing is. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. No, 96. Okay. So this is where the 97 is. So what I'm gonna do is, this is probably the only place where I'm gonna create something, isn't it? Where is it? Okay. Of course, I can flatten this area out afterwards if I want to, and I will be. I just need to, like, build it up a little bit. This is what I said, that we need a build mode for the multi-tool creation. Oh my. Well, I guess it's saying like this. Wait a minute, can't I just do it this way? I think it should be fine. We shouldn't get any... Yeah, we are. We are still getting it. Okay. Well. Let me refill my life support really, really quickly. We're still getting that thing, which is kind of annoying. That's where I... Wow. Alright, so I'm just restoring these parts here. Oh, I love this restore function. And that's how I'm going to keep it, actually. Now, let me refill my multi-tool. And I shall actually flatten a little bit more here. Just make sure it's nice and flat. And that's it. It should be fine. Yeah, let's build the thing. Tech, of course, tech. Wrong place, but sure. Mineral extractors. Okay, so here I'm probably not gonna need 4. Oh no, wait, I actually will need 4. And the reason for that is we are going to need a lot of production here. Again, the more you build, the better off you'll be. I don't need to... now, again, create mode for the multi-tool would be nice. Now, I can just link them up with power. This way I know that they all start working as soon as I link them up. Now, we are running out of daytime very, very soon. So I do want to build solar panels as quickly as possible. I don't know where. I might just build them up here. Oh wait, we're out of build mode. Because the supply depots are going to be around here. Okay, power. Alright, that's where some of my power is. Go away. We're gonna need at least 8 power plants. Solar panels. Sorry, not power plants. They really need to make solar panels a little bit more effective. I'm just nitpicking, I know. One, I'm gonna build them the same way I did on the last base. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, the batteries are going to be, I can just leave these. They should be fine. I mean, it's already looking kind of ugly, so. Now, let me connect them this way. Again, from the outside. I'm trying different methods of building. And it's going to connect over there. Of course, the power lines are visible. The point of this is not for them to be hidden. It's not for it to be extremely beautiful. Like, I can do this, sure, but it's still going to be visible. To be honest, I don't want to dig around. Now, I'm not entirely sure where this line connected. So, I'm going to redo because I want to see where it connects. I want to be able to see it. Now, they are all active now. So, the last thing that's actually left is going to be putting up supply depots. Wow, these are generating a lot of extraction. Like, at most, I'll need to add 2 more to go above 3,000 and we should be fine. But we need to add supply depots now. I was expecting this to be a shorter episode. It might be longer than usual, but I guess that's fine. So the thing is, though, here I cannot really build in a straight line, so we're going to have to do something a little bit different. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go with the route of the solar panels over there. And I'm going to start building them like so. Now, this means it's going to be a lot harder for me to, as I mentioned before, keep track of them. Which ones are connected, which ones aren't. And it's going to be a lot harder to count them. So that's 5. 7. 8. 9. I'm going to build 10 here. 10. And then I'm going to go basically do the same thing, just slightly further inwards. 1. 2. It's gonna take a while. 3. Like, I know I can click before it actually pops up. You can't actually build that way, but I do want to be a little bit more precise with what I'm doing. There, at least if it's gonna be slightly chaotic and slightly random, maybe bring a little bit of order into that. Just make it look a little bit more beautiful. So that, I'm pretty sure that was 10, 3, 6. No, it was not 3, 6, 9. That was 9 for some reason. Why was it 9 and the back one was 6? Was 10. Yeah, I see why it was. Okay, well that's fine because I do need to build one more. That's gonna be 20. I'm gonna leave it over here. No, you know what? The 20th one. It doesn't matter. So I need to build 6 more. So I'm just gonna build them over here. 1, 2. Slightly inward. 3. I'm trying to keep to leave enough room between them so I can actually pass them. 4, 5, 6. Now we are at exact numbers. All right, and I'm gonna run this through the back here. Normally I would run it inwards, but this time we're running it through the back just because I will be able to tell if there is a break in the piping. Now, of course, another thing you can do is you can always just build a whole row or a whole column of them and then just, you know, run the piping. But I normally don't work that way. Plus, it is better, you know, in the future if you accidentally do remove something and you don't know exactly what it was, you can just go around and check your piping and you should be fine. Because this way, you see, I can see all the piping like this. As clear as day. Now, the light, oh my god, the light doesn't actually work. It doesn't even turn on when in build mode. And we are done. Now, these are all connected. Yes, they are. And now I just need to connect them anywhere, really. And that is it. Now, why do these things not have power? That is a question that I ask myself. So they are supposedly producing. I'm not hearing them though. Grid power 0 available. Yeah, that much we know. There is a reason we have batteries, backup batteries. They are draining kind of fast though. The thing is that I don't hear the sound from these, which is kind of disturbing. But I guess we'll see in the next episode if things are working out as they are. Now, for the center platform, I'm going to basically do... Well, not the same thing. Yeah, I actually think I have to do the same thing. What? Wasn't this supposed to be infinite? It was infinite last episode. I checked. Yeah, what? Then why did it fall? What happened? It does go into red and just continues. It's fine. It's a little bit random. So, where do I want to build the platform? Now, this is not something I'm going to do every day, but I do want the platform. Initially, I was going to do... what I was going to do is I was just going to do a... Where is that? Structures. I was just going to do a large structure in here. You know, a cylindrical room. And I was going to put it here. You know, basically. But that's not going to really work because I do need access to storage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did on normal. We're just going to place big foundation. In fact, there is no square foundation. Yeah, that's great. So let me move over here just so I can get into build mode because that is what we want it to be. And I will place it. In fact, I will place it over here somewhere. Yeah, I think that looks good. It's just slightly off the side, which I think looks better than it being in the center. Now, the other thing I'm going to need is I will need storage. I will need to place storage here. You know what? I can actually place it up here. Now, is it the same color? Yeah, it is. That's nice. It does retain its color. Yeah, cool. I like that. Now, I do need to run power to it. And I'll just run it directly from here because this is actually going to hide the power line. That's nice, you know. And we are basically done here. So I will just have to place, and I'll actually do it now. We'll be placing mineral extractors if I see them. Medium refiners, sorry, not mineral extractors. And of course I do have to rotate them. And I'll be placing them around like so. Now for now I can place 4. Limited to 3 in local area, really? Oh, large extractors it is then. But that'll be next episode because apparently we're limited to 3. Why? Why are we limited to 3? This puts a big wrench in my plans. I mean, why is this still here? Flatten it. Flatten it. No, remove it. Just straight up remove it. It's fine. Okay, there it is gone. Why are we limited to 3? Now I can get outraged properly. Why? And why am I going to build mode? Why am I limited to 3? That is not fair. That puts a huge wrench in my plan. Well, if I can build 3 large ones, it'll be fine. But the large ones look horrible. First of all, they're way too big. Second of all, they look horrible. When they say large refiner, they don't mean triple the size. They mean just slightly larger. Oh, well, whatever. Alright, but anyway, today... I know we didn't do anything of too much interest. But for those of you wondering, this is important. There are many people who don't know what to do. How to build an Nanite cluster farm. Even though it is simple to some of us, it isn't to everybody. So, it's a good example of what you can exactly do. You can actually do this exact same thing. Just build 4 extractors on a silver deposit, build one on a gold one. You don't even need to connect them. They don't even need to be on the same planet. You can just have a portal, like I showed in my normal episode. And you can go there via portal. That was a misclick. And you just have one of these platforms and one of the bases. It's going to be the second base you go to. It's not going to be the first one. So do keep that in mind. Because you don't want to be making 3 trips. You want to be making only 2. And, put a storage container there. Yeah, The storage container helps a lot. You just take the resources, put them in the storage container. You don't want to deal with them now. If you have to deal with them, you will have to go to the planet, to the other planet. You will have to take the materials and you'll have to refine them. Or you will have to keep them in your inventory, which is going to be a huge mess. But this way you avoid a lot of issues. Of course, this is a bit too far up, but I'll actually move it off camera. I just want to see if these are actually producing anything, and they are, even though they are not moving, weirdly enough. For now, though, my name's Rampant Mystic. I do hope you enjoyed this episode of No Man's Sky, and I do hope to see you all in the next one.